going on, guys? It's a Crypto Ref here, and I'm back with my day 6 update for my road to 1 million BFG. And as you can see so far, I have not lost everything. I'm on a pretty good losing streak right now, but I'm sure it'll correct. So I had some people ask what my let's see. Oh, that was a big correction. Wow. In fact, hold on, let me stop that, because there was one losing streak I had that was my longest that I had seen. Some of y'all have been asking what my biggest losing streak was, and I wanted to get that information from you. It was this one that I have seen with my eyes, but now it is definitely this one. So I'm gonna not run this for a second. So this past day, I upped my minimum bet to 0.15625. Did the same multiplier and did on loss at 32%, just so I could try to make up for some of the days where I had been making less. But I've actually, let's go see how much I've made compared to yesterday. So yesterday's payout was at 126,300. Today was at, am I reading that right? 126,600. Sorry. And today was at 142,300, so that is what, 16,000? Is that right? I don't know, man, guys. I'm honestly bad at math, so let me look at this real quick. 126,638 minus 142,302. Okay, so 15,000. 15,600 is what I made in between the two payouts, which is pretty good. What I did was like I said, I did this new, not really new, but I just changed up my strategy a little bit to make my gains a little bit higher. But this also means I had more of a chance to lose everything. So right now, the most I could lose 45 times. So, when we look at how I just lost right here so many times, my bet was 59.65. So we can look at what the bet is in here and see how many times I lost in a row. That's 39 times. So I only had 6 more times that I could have lost before losing absolutely everything. So maybe that puts it into perspective how dangerous this type of method is. I do want to make sure I throw that out there, because I've had lots of comments of people saying I've lost everything, I've done this, I've followed this method, and I've lost absolutely everything, and that sucks. You know, I'm not trying to get people to lose all of their tokens or all their Bitcoin or whatever it is that they're gambling with. Like I said at the beginning of things, this is purely experimental to try to see if it's even possible. You know, I went into this with the full understanding that I will very likely lose everything. So I want to throw that out there for any of you who might be mimicking what I'm doing with this strategy. Understand that I'm throwing all caution to the wind and understanding that I'm probably going to lose everything. So if you use this method, yeah, you might gain a whole lot like I've been able to gain, but luck runs out eventually. So I guess just keep that in mind. I don't want you guys to bet or gamble anything you aren't willing to lose. So keep that in mind. But if you're like me and just want to experiment and are actually okay with losing all of this, then it might be cool to see how far you can get. So far, I've gotten pretty dang far in this process, making like 130,000 BFG in less than a week so far. Anyways, so yeah, as always, this is going to be in the description to where you can do your own calculations with your own bet and your own loss and everything like that. I do want to say that this gentleman in the Trades Crypto House from Trevon James, I've been sharing some of my updates in there, and this Mr. DCD Aaron, he's been using this on BetFury's crash game, which honestly that's what this method was originally meant for. You can see that original video in the description where I got this inspiration from. This is meant for the crash game, not for dice. And he's telling me that he's made essentially 50,000 sats of Bitcoin. Am I reading that right? I think that's 50,000 sats, yeah, of Bitcoin in 3 days, which is pretty good. He's over here talking about running it 2 hours a day and then just trying to do essentially get a minimum of 10% a day. So that's not a bad idea, especially with Crash. That's a little bit more well, I would say that it's probably less risky, but it also moves a lot slower. That's the only reason I'm not using it for BFG, is because it would take me a year to get to 1 million, if I even could get to 1 million. But if you're willing to try this strategy for a couple hours a day and get your profit and get out, if you're going to use Bitcoin or some other type of currency, then go for it. I don't advise you try to run this 24 hours like I am, unless you are one of those who is very willing to say, you know what, I'm okay if I lose all of this, because that's how I am. That's how I'm viewing this. I'm okay to lose all of this. So that's really about it. That's all the update I had to give. As I was talking about before, the Bitcoin dividend pool is very much so going down, and the ETH pool is slowly rising and gaining traction. So we'll see how this goes and what type of money I'm able to make in the long run with this. If I lose everything, I'm not going to make any money. But yeah, hopefully this is entertaining for you guys. It's working out pretty okay for me. 156, is that right? 15625. I think that's right. 15625. Yeah. Yeah, things have been working good for me, even with going up to 39 losses in a row. I have not lost everything yet, knock on wood. So I will give you guys an update tomorrow, and we'll go from there. Y'all have a good one now.